On March 31, 2025, the Kremlin announced its largest military call-up since 2011. This mobilization, set to begin on April 1st, aims to draft 160,000 men aged 18 to 30. This represents a significant increase from previous drafts, exceeding even the spring 2024 intake by 10,000. The official line, delivered with well-rehearsed stoicism, insists these conscripts will bolster training units within Russia's borders, not the front lines in Ukraine. The Defense Ministry claims this is a routine spring draft, essential for maintaining national security. They emphasize the need for fresh recruits to undergo training and familiarize themselves with modern military equipment. However, the timing and scale of the mobilization, coupled with the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, have fueled widespread skepticism. The Kremlin's assurances ring hollow for many, particularly those who recall similar pronouncements during the early days of the special military operation. The memory of young men promised they wouldn't see combat, ending up in Ukrainian trenches casts a long shadow over this latest call-up. The announcement has sent ripples of anxiety through Russian society, evoking comparisons to the Soviet Union's ill-fated intervention in Afghanistan. Whispers of discontent circulate on encrypted messaging apps, and online forums buzz with advice on evading conscription. Many suspect the Kremlin is downplaying the true purpose of this mobilization. The specter of being pressured into signing contracts for deployment to Ukraine haunts potential conscripts and their families. Stories of inadequate training and equipment, coupled with reports of heavy losses in Ukraine, do little to assuage these fears. The Kremlin's attempts to control the narrative and stifle dissent are evident. Independent media outlets face increased pressure, and social media platforms are flooded with pro-war propaganda. This only serves to deepen the distrust and fuel the anxieties gripping Russian society. The Kremlin's decision to initiate this large-scale draft speaks volumes about the realities on the ground in Ukraine. Despite consistent efforts to project an image of strength and control, the Russian military has suffered significant setbacks. While casualty figures remain a point of contention, independent sources suggest losses far exceeding the Kremlin's carefully curated narratives. Western military aid, including advanced weaponry and intelligence sharing, has bolstered Ukraine's defenses. This support has been crucial in slowing the Russian advance and inflicting heavy losses. The Kremlin, facing mounting casualties and a protracted conflict, is now resorting to desperate measures to replenish its depleted ranks. The influx of conscripts, even if not immediately deployed to the front lines, will free up more experienced soldiers for combat roles. This suggests the Kremlin is digging in for a prolonged war of attrition, banking on its vast manpower reserves to outlast Ukrainian resistance and Western resolve. The long-term impact of this mobilization on the trajectory of the conflict remains unclear. Will it provide the necessary manpower to break the stalemate, or will it backfire, further eroding public support and galvanizing international condemnation? The international community is watching with bated breath. Western leaders have condemned the call-up as a sign of desperation and a dangerous escalation. NATO has reaffirmed its commitment to supporting Ukraine and deterring further Russian aggression. The potential for miscalculation and unintended escalation looms large, raising the stakes in an already volatile geopolitical landscape. One thing is certain: the Kremlin's gamble will have profound and lasting consequences, not only for Russia and Ukraine, but for the future of Europe and the international order.